Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
On 2nd down, Ingram, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's got time. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Coney Ely able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. The tight end in motion right. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 61 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's brought down. Stewart missed weeks 3, 4, and 5 with a hamstring injury. Returned in week 6. Happy to have him back, I'm sure. 85 yards, 2 touchdowns.
They hated that they didn't win the game at New Orleans, but the philosophy and the way they played felt more like Carolina Panther football. Able to run it with Jonathan Stewart. Opens things up for Cam Newton in the passing game as well as a runner himself. And they just have to take care of the football. They're able to do that. Maybe they can string together enough wins to try and get back into the playoff race.
Here's the lineup and a big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
Here's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So an intentional grounding penalty, and the offense goes back 10 yards.
Now, last resort for the quarterback. He couldn't get outside of the tackle box, so he could legally intentionally ground the football. Had to just launch it and take the penalty.
Off play action. Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, How does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Throwing is Newton, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And it's up and good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Breeze to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Breeze now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the offense operates in the red zone. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Jonathan Stewart, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So now they'll try it again as they line up to go for two. They'll try and sneak it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Ready? 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Easy. Like 50. Like 50. Ready?
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time. Breeze hooking up with Cooks. 46 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing it in...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Stewart on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. On third down, Jonathan Stewart. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They will go for it. Now Newton. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tap and foot drop.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team bones it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They get 25 yards out of that one, and that leads to a Carolina 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And they're going to speed things up here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And he's going to take this one up only to about the... And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They come up with 1 back. That's Ingram. On 1st down, Breeze. Left side and caught by Fleener.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I woke up last Sunday morning thinking Kobe Fleener, jet sweep, touchdown against Carolina.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I did too.
Yeah, you called me on that.
That was a heck of a play, though, wasn't it?
It really was. How about him taking that jet sweep and carrying it into the end zone?
He also had 6 catches for 74 yards. Good day for the 6'6 Fleener. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
21, 21, ready, 5. 56, Mike.
Here's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now following the intercept. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end end zone, you sort of have to go into survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They start the third quarter on the ground with Stewart. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Panthers are going to get a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. Stewart is the lone setback. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, during the last commercial break off air, you and I were going back and forth comparing who's done well in the receiving game so far across the league. Who do you have down through week 6?
Well, Julio Jones, of course. Remember that big game against Carolina where he had, 300 yards plus receiving? I mean, he was a monster in that one. A.J. Green continues to be one of the best receivers in the league. Amari Cooper continues to develop for Oakland. And how about Greg Olsen in Carolina? A tight end on that list. He's number 2 in the league right now in receiving.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And the offense lining up first and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. He got it. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A nice run there. 8 yards moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the night. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Play clock winding down. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 77 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The first to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think what we've witnessed here in this game is some really good defensive strategy trying to take away Greg Olsen from Cam Newton.
Yeah, I mean, when they connect for the first time in the third quarter, that's an issue for the Panthers.
Now they've got to connect a lot because their team is losing. They're going to try and get back in it right now.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the screen pass. 32 yards. Defense showing blitz. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the D-line's going to spread out. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Breeze. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time. Breeze hooking up with Cooks. 44 yards. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he is out of bounds here on the return. Carolina getting set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Funches with a catch over the middle. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be first down Panthers. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a play fake here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Whitaker. And he'll be stopped just out. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their...
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come up with 1 back. That's Ingram. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Here we go.
Breeze is looking to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's at the 50. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
21. Check it, he's checking.
Now Breeze. And one is incomplete. Ten yards to go on third. The tight end changing his position.
Sammy! Check! Mike 50, Mike 50! Crunch!
Back to throw, Breeze. And now another one thrown incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. James Laurinaitis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Newton. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 14 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Newton.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 5. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Newton to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call crew.
Your crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong poured everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke diesel backhoe riding king.